MLA kakun New Trap National Awakening Movement ba adil ba norum ha si basan Ïing Dorbar mang tengka jong Ïing Dorbar tawain ka jala ka spotrek ber arjar arpuar ulara ika resolution ban ïatai ban pynbeit bat penkala ika reservation policy kumun supen kan mabo ni unomi kman na penlong na kajiki jong klai mungor madan malki hau benai klalang kot arjar arpuar halor santili kimat jingdawa ha ka ba artli naki kentruk yaka age relaxation bat ka reservation policy ka sarkar jala leng ba ka kenhun menteri kala menjuru yaka jingpen jalan rata Kam kat ba kani ka resolution kadang sateng ha ka jitai Ïing Dorbar thwai ka jala.
The reservation of vacancy in services or posts under the state government, as we know, is essentially embodied in what is said to be a government resolution, appearing in the office memorandum, generally called OM in short, issued by the Personnel Department of the Government of Meghalaya on 12 January 1972 and amended on 20th April the same year. Honorable members, through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, please do not take it otherwise. I'm bringing this issue as what I have said, that it is because of gravity of situation. We should not turn deaf towards this very vital issue. Neither we should not turn with blind eye. This is my humble request to all honorable members. It is not because I'm communal. I may repeat again that it's not because I'm communal or because I hate our fellow brothers from the other communities. It's not about that, sir. It is because I'm concerned about the growth and development and progressing of our beloved state. 50 years has been passing through. Where our state lies? Has it gone ahead? Or has it turned back? It is said to be a government resolution because that is how subsequent OMs of the Personnel Department issued in the year 1972, 1974 and 1979 have described the primary OM while making additions to the reservation orders. So I'm bringing this issue. 50 years has passing through. And we had just celebrated the 50th anniversary. It's a big shame. This is a policy, sir. A policy for 50 years. It remains still a policy for which I may say, or class, that this is not a policy. This is a purely conspiracy. Now, OMs are understood to be administrative instructions. And in absence of statutory rules made by government, they are held to have the validity of law. This is provided in Article 73(2) of the Constitution and upheld in judgment by court of law. Therefore, I want to represent this very issue in the form of the voice of the voiceless. We therefore get to know that the said OMs will continue to hold force till such time that a properly drafted law is passed by the state legislature, if at all, either to endorse the existing reservation policy or to change it. For a moment, I would like the OM of 12 January 1972 to take us back in time to when Meghalaya was not yet a full-fledged state. May I request the House that I may repeat again. Meghalaya was not yet a full-fledged state. So sorry to say. The framers of the resolution on reservation surely must have relied on official statistical data on population to arrive at the ratio of 40% for Garo community and 40 for Khasi Jaintia communities. Well, there was the census of India 1971 and the demographic relating to Meghalaya shows a total state population of 10,11,699 persons, of which scheduled tribe population was 82.8%. Garo were 3,24,197 persons. And Khasi Jaintia, which included Khasi, Sintangs, or Panar, War, Boy, and Lingnam, were 4,56,674 persons. Based on these figures, I considering only the three major tribal communities of the state. Garo constituted 41.5% and Khasi Jaintia 58.5%. Clearly, the government resolution of 40-40 appears to have favored one community over the combined other two, when the ratio should have been 33.2% and 46.8% respectively. I may repeat, 33.2% and 46.8% respectively. So an anomaly is found to have occurred during the framing of the resolution of 12 January 1972, and it probably should have been rectified as soon as anomaly was detected. Because of this very issue, sir, I may recall the House that I joined the government 4 years back, 4 years, 4 months, because of this very issue. Not because of the chair, sir. Not because of the chair, but because of this very vital issue. I do believe that our friends from UPF also will extend support as well, the whole house of this August House.
Kiwi beli simenta bniah kani kamat ikan thup yuba PT Saukmi MLA Kamolai ka Dr. Amprin Lingdo MLA ka Isilong urakam sangma MLA ka Ronggra Siju lembat UHM Sangpliang MLA ka Mosenram haswabo lampang ba met ba Lingdo unbunkut ya kani ka Ïing Dorbar.
Sir, it is true that there is ambiguity as to whether or not the architects of the state of Meghalaya intended to apply this reservation policy on several other categories of application. Is it true that academics was one of the concern at that point of time in the state of Meghalaya in 1972? Was there a disparity of educational opportunities in different parts of the state? Well, what was the basic thought that prompted our leaders to decide such? This is something that I would like the government to explain to me and the people of the state. I am sure, sir, that academics is beyond disparity of marks. Academics in this generation of the 21st century cannot be conditioned to marks that aren't equal. It is but practical. There are competitive examinations for all categories and classifications of higher and technical education. There is the NEET, there is the JEE, there is the CLAT. Which section of education does not have a meritorious approach? So, sir, I would like to understand all of this ambiguity that has for so long been kept on cold storage. It's as if people were afraid to talk about it. And I thank the honorable member from Shillong North for giving us this ample opportunity, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to also express our views. So therefore, Sir Speaker, I will refrain from saying I support this motion because I am not supposed to say that. That is not what the legislature has conditioned me to say. But surely, Speaker, sir, it is time we sit, discuss this issue, clarify to the people, and ensure that all three tribes are given their own merit for decision taking.
If you look now in the whole scenario in the city of Shillong, even the state, even in the private sectors, even the private company, we could see that many people from outside are getting a job. That is the anger of the youth. If we, the Khasis, the Jaintis, and the Garos, we are the permanent resident here. If we didn't get the job, how the people outside are getting? That is the feeling. I'm sure that the government will do the best how to see that the youth, especially in these days. Private sector, we have here many hotels. So it is a very unfortunate, we're talking even hotel. Many hotels have been brought people from outside. When I'm talking about that point, I'm late the department from the state of the chief secretary, he can instruct whose department have to look after. If it is a time, if the stock price visit need to go and visit. Why the people from outside are getting employment here? Why not our own youth hotel need people from outside? Even the business, many people from outside. Even the shop, many people from outside. Why not we? If that will be, if all of us we can take care, I know that the problem will not come. So my request to the present government, do something for the youth. It is a time that youth have become angry because of no employment. It is a small state. We are very much happy. Yesterday, almost the minister have already been said that now before our population is 32 lakh, now we have rose to 38 lakh. I'm sure that making a policy of 38 lakh, it will not be a problem. It depends upon the political will of the person who make the policy. But we look forward. Now after attaining 50 years of our statehood, we're looking forward to a good policy, especially for overall development of the state, and the youth will not face the same problem. So for this issue, what I would like to urge the Honorable Chief Minister, is the second head of the state, that this is the issue that he have to examine. If necessary, at the level of the cabinet, they may form the committee and do the needful for the interest of the youth of the state. With these words, sir, I resume my seat, sir.
So what concerns me most right now is the unemployment. So the unemployment of the youths in the state is growing by the day. There are several instances of government offices advertising for filling up of vacancies. I could see there was an office, the Economics and Statistics Department had advertised for one post of peon, and there were thousands of our youths who had applied for this one post. Now, Mr. Speaker, sir, how do we apply the reservation policy here? If there is one post of vacancy And there are tribes, the Garos, the Khasis, and the Jaintias, if they apply for this one particular post, now how do the interview board arrive at the decision to apply the reservation policy here? This is very, very crucial. Myself, I was asking to those candidates who came to request for favors to kindly speak that I'm going for the interview. I said, sorry, my dear, I cannot do it because there's just one post. You have to fight it out on your own merit. Now, should we bring the merit as a priority, or should we have the reservation policy as a priority here? This is my very, very crucial question to this August House. If there is only one post, now do we apply the reservation policy there, or do we go by merit? Now, sir, it is difficult even for the government to find a solution as to how to apply this reservation policy in such situations. I would like to also bring home this fact. There are many central government offices. Time and again, the Central Agricultural College that is in Barapani is filling up posts with people from outside the state. Most of the people who are working in that agricultural college in Barapani are from Manipur. What are we doing, sir? Why are we not following the reservation policy for those central government officers who are in our state? Why are we allowing them to do whatever they like? Look at ICAR, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research in Barapani. If we go and see, we conduct a survey, sir, there are a lot of people coming from outside and taking the jobs. Our people are not getting jobs, sir. Is the reservation policy being applicable there? These are a lot of questions that really comes to the mind of our youths. Sir, unemployment, as I said again, is the biggest concern. And that is why, sir, we have these kind of mental unrest, I should say. The anguish, the pain among our youths for not getting jobs. Sir, very recently, the police department had called for recruitments of constables. Now, sir, thousands of our youths, the Garos, the Khasis, the Jaintias, everybody had gone for their physical test. Some managed, some failed. Sir, in the end of the day, how do we apply the reservation policy there? Now, if somebody has done so well in the physical test, then again he does well in the written test, and he does not qualify. How do we look at them, sir? And how do we answer to them, sir? Therefore, sir, these things will create frustration in the minds of our youths. And that is why the subject matter has come today to discuss and revamp or review the policy, the reservation policy. I have only one suggestion to the government. My suggestion to the government is, I think it is time that the government constitute a committee in the government to go into the details of this reservation policy, to kindly review the status of the policy, and to kindly suggest better forms or modified forms of this policy. I am not advocating to do away with it. We need the reservation policy. But how we bring the reservation policy is up to the wisdom of the government by constituting some sort of a committee who would give various suggestions, who would give some modified versions of this policy, and perhaps we will be giving a brighter future to the youths of the state.
So this is a very sensitive and a very complicated topic to debate and discuss. So today we may be able to debate and discuss, and it will be very, very sensitive to decide. Sir, through you, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to question everybody in this August House and the people of the entire state. We should not question the wisdom of our leaders of the past. And we should not give the rooms to question on this reservation policy of our state. It is, as our member from Muslim has stated, it is very unique and very special. And this is a landmark and a very landmark decision of our leaders of the past. It is glorious, sir. We are having the Garo, the Kasi Jaintia. We are having indigenous people of the state. We are getting 80% reservation in the job reservation policy of our state. Therefore, sir, I think we understand that we should not give room to question on this policy. There was one leading NGOs, some has been done assessed thoroughly of the last 50 years. Despite 40% reservation has been kept for Garo community. So because of many factors, our people, our boys and girls from my community, they could not fill the reserved seat in many of the occasions. If you see the data, the statistic, there will be thousands backlog vacancy where our community could not be fill up that vacancy, sir. So I'm happy and I'm glad today. Our brother and sister from Khasiya Jaintia community, they are far better than our Garo community. And you people are competing in the national level and doing well. And I wish our brother and sister of this community to go well, and we will follow you. Therefore, sir, sometime if we talk about reservation, we always question why we always look for reservation. Sir, if you are confident in ourselves, go national level and compete and display your talents and go with the merit. But for our brother and sister who need to be uplifted, we need this reservation, sir. Sir, I would reiterate that this reservation policy should be continued.